What's going on? Your boy back at it again. Um, did not get to go live today for today's slate. I was on the road all day. Had to do some grocery shopping, some cleaning. It's just one of those days when you got to take care of yourself. And honestly, I didn't even realize the slate started at 1. That was a shocker to me. I was in Walmart. St. Case hit the line like, "You ready?" I'm like, yeah, I'm about to do the live in a couple minutes. He's like, "Bro, lock is in an hour." That's when it hit me, and I'm like, "Oh nah, definitely not gonna get to that tonight." But um, I'm gonna give you guys a video the night before, so if my video is part of your research strategy, you got a whole bunch of other videos you could go watch, spreadsheets to look at, whatever you need. I'm here to help you provide that for you. So see who we got in here right now. We got the Lonely Barber. What's up? What happened to Sixers tonight? They lost. I'm not a Sixers fan. I'm really not a big Sixers fan at all. I know they got their ass whooped, so that's what happened to them. But let's waste no time. Let's get right into the slate. Um, just kind of recap for today. See, and to be honest, I'm kind of happy I didn't break down today's slate because all the blowouts, it was trash. And the Sixers, if you didn't have Embiid, T.J. Warren, you wasn't taking nothing down. Those are the big plays. Let me just open up the scoreboard. See if it's anybody we got to keep an eye on. I like to. So MB went off for 81 at 10K. That's 8 times value. TJ Warren at 6K went off for about 12 times value. That's crazy. Tobias Harris, he could be a little inconsistent. Paul George and Kawhi was having a great game. It's just that was a blowout. 26 minutes, 43. How you? Oh my goodness. I was big on Ben Simmons. I mean, he got over the 5K mark. Again, Kawhi, 27 minutes, 42 fantasy points. That's what I like to see. Bam was looking good. Chris Paul was looking good. Jokic is a bum as usual. I just could never get to playing him. Aaron Holiday was one of those plays. If you know Brogdon was out and you just the type of person to play the backup, you'd have got lucky tonight. He did good. I definitely had some Steve Adams. He went off, but I don't think that was enough. Reggie Jackson continues to do well. Kyle Lowry is balling right now. He's out there putting on a show, trying to help Toronto. Gobert's a bum. We know this. Monte Harris, Mega Chalk. He came through that 8 times value. I personally went to the Porter Jr. And then I had some Conley and some flipping. The Jazz screwed me tonight. I had Conley, Donovan Mitchell. They did nothing. It's the worst. I would never play another Jazz player ever. Not even Clarkson. That's why he's 3,900. I should have knew better. But Oklahoma City played good team defense as well, so can't say I'm too disappointed. It was a decent night. I'm not gonna get off my process at all because I know it works. I know it works. All right. Desi says hi. Good to see you live. Welcome, welcome, yo. What's your problem with the Joker? Just don't like him. I don't know why. I just yeah, cancel D Mitch. Yeah, no Nikola Jokic for me, man. He just never. I've never seen him play like boom tonight. I would say I regret not having Embiid. I regret not having TJ Warren. I've never seen Joker go out there and do anything and I said, "Oh my God, why I don't have Joker?" You know what I mean? He's just not one of those kind of players that I ever consider. He's just trash to me. I don't like his game. I think he's highly overrated. But whatever. I'm not gonna get into that. As normal, before I start breaking down, I come and look at some stats. All right, and I like to look at assists per game. See who's the leading assist person, because I just be feeling like people who get assists are the people who I want. So the LeBron is not playing tomorrow. Trey Rubio's playing. Doncic is playing. You see, I had Ben Simmons today. It was a reason, right? So Rubio and Doncic, Lillard, Harden, John Morant. Those are guys top 10. So those are guys I keep an eye out for. But let's get right into it. Brooklyn versus Washington. The first game out, Brooklyn got smacked. They were getting blown out until I think TLC. In the fourth quarter, kind of closed the gap, but it was too late. What I did learn from that game is Chios is a bum. He's garbage. He looked okay in the scrimmage games, but he got ran over the other day. Um, I'm not gonna say to fade him because he's min price starting point guard, but there's a lot of starting point guards in the NBA who don't do anything. We could look at guys like what's the good name, Milton on Sixers today. He's a starting point guard. He did nothing. So if you want another 7 fantasy point, you could try. With that being said, Orlando does play a little better defense than Washington. Washington is a team you want to attack. That's why you see the green next to probably every position. Okay, they're a team that you want to attack. I'm gonna go right back to some Brooklyn players. I'm going right back to Tyler Johnson. I do like him. He only played 18 minutes because of the massive blowout. He didn't get any fourth quarter minutes. The way the game looked, he was on track to get about, I would say, mid 20s per minute. And I think this guy is pretty solid for a point per minute, especially against a Washington team. And especially again, considering the way that Chioza played. So hopefully they give this guy some more run. I think he'll get it. I hope. I don't see Washington blowing out the Nets. I don't see the Nets blowing out Washington. The Brooklyn Nets were looking very lethargic the other day. So I'm going back to Tyler Johnson for that minimum price. I do like him. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to try to build a lineup as we go. I like him. And then I like LeVert. I think a lot of people are going to be offering him because of the 30-point output for that 7,800. But he was playing a solid defense. He had the assists, he had the points. He didn't shoot too bad. It's just that his team couldn't keep up with Orlando, who have some like Vucevic's and such. So I would definitely like to say that Washington is a weaker team. And with the amount of usage that this guy is going to get, if we look in 2 games, playing just 26 minutes, he already got to 36.9. So if this game stays close and he gets into the 30s, I'm looking at mid 40s for him. Probably another 60 bomb if he gets really hot in the game, gets competitive. So this is the type of game that'll go to overtime too. You know what I mean? It's like two teams who suck and just want to have fun, play a little basketball. I like this game, to be honest. Let me see what Vegas got to say. Let me use some Vegas input. I like this game. The Orlando game was a little bit ugly, but sometimes you gotta have DFS amnesia. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm off of that play because of whatever, whatever." So between this game and the San Antonio game, oh no, the Milwaukee game got the highest over under. That Milwaukee game. But who they got to win? They got Brooklyn as favorites. So that's good news. Vegas, multi-billionaires, they're putting their money that Brooklyn is going to win. So I would like to agree with that. I do like Karis LeVert tomorrow, okay? And the I mean, I like Johnson because he's min price. I like LeVert because he's the team usage leader. Everything else is going to be incidental. You could try your luck. You could go Joe Harris for 6K. I would say no. All right. First game, Mike played 30 minutes. You only had 24. He's not going to get you any peripherals. You'll get points, maybe some rebounds. Good luck if you get in a couple assists, but he's not known for that. All right. In the last 10 games, he's never even met value for that price. So I don't see Joe Harris meeting value for that. I would say avoid Joe Harris. Temple, yes, I would say you can try your luck with some Temple. In 2 games, averaging 35 minutes, he got just around that 6-time mark. But I'm taking it another notch, man. Forget the 6-time value. I need upside. I need guys that I know can get me. Now, if I pay 3,500 or 3,200 for Johnson and I get 25, all right, I'll take that. But if I'm paying 4K, you got to have realistic 35 upside, which Temple does. But the way that this team looked the other day, since they fired their coach, I'm just not really interested, honestly. All right. And then some TLC got the price jump because of the garbage time. I don't know if I would go crazy about that again. Lance Thomas is a bum. Kurucs didn't look bad the other day. I'm not gonna lie. He got the 6 times value. He got some upside to him too when he gets it going. But coming off the bench, I don't. I mean, again, all these min-price Nets players. If you get the right one, the other day the right one was TLC. You had TLC, you'd have got flipping 35 fantasy points. How much he put out? And he was like minimal price, bare minimum, 33, and you'd have paid what 3,500. You know what I mean? 10 times value. So if you get the right one tomorrow, me, I think it's Tyler Johnson. I'm gonna keep going with Johnson. I'm happy he had a bad game. Now he has a better matchup. I'm just gonna go right back to the well. I think between him and Levert, they'll be able to carry the team to victory. And then Allen, of course, there's no backup for him. He's still only 5K because again it was a blowout. But the first half, he got all his fantasy points first half. He was at like 20 at halftime. So if this game stays close and he stay out of foul trouble, he could get you 40 for that 5K. That's what we want. So I'm definitely interested in some Allen. I always spend like half an hour on the Nets. That's my team. So whatever, who cares? Let's check out Washington. All right, we got Shabazz Napier and Ish Smith on the backcourt. Me, I would say go Ish over Shabazz. I will never play another Wizards. I'm lying. I'll play Thomas Bryant, and I think that's it. But I'm not going. I'm not playing Napier anymore. He got about $1,000 price cut because he's a bum. I saw the game. I actually heard the commentators saying that he looks a little hurt. He just didn't look himself. And you know, as I was watching the game, a deja vu hit me. This happened to me earlier this year. I was big on Napier. I was crazy on Napier. I went crazy on the guy, and he did the same thing. And if I would have remembered that the other day, I probably wouldn't have played him. But I definitely remember now. You fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. I don't know. Fool me, you ain't gonna fool me 3 times. Period. So no more Shabazz for me. Ish Smith, I can't hate on. He's 3,800. He's gonna put up what 15 shots, 18 shots in 26 minutes. All right, so that's the usage you want. He's capable of getting you assists, rebounds. So I mean, listen, for that price, 25, I'm happy. All right. Whenever he gets minutes in the mid 20s, he's done that. He's look 20, 30, 27, 24, 34. So Ish Smith is capable. I mean, I'll pull him over for right now, but I doubt that I'm going with all these scrubs. It's too many scrubs for a lineup. I see what's going on. I'm not taking any more L's. All right. Um, and then we could look at the wing players. We got Troy Brown Jr. He looked good in the scrimmage, but it doesn't seem like they're giving him the ball. He's not running the offense. So again, if he doesn't get hot, you're gonna be stuck. Robinson looked okay. He got a little price bump. You know what I mean? He put out a little 25. He had 37 minutes, but he shot 7 for 9. He's not about that life. He's not even like that. I don't think he could do that consistently. So don't chase what they call outliers, okay? When we look at his shooting percentage, 40 to 50%. All right? 80% is not him. And he barely made value at that price for that. So I would say use some caution. All right, but it's the Nets, and the Nets look whack right now. So whatever. Bonga. Nah, don't play Bonga. Again, it's the worst team in the NBA probably that's playing currently, and he's probably like the least usage guy. Hachi did nothing, and his price still didn't change. I guess because it's the Nets, they feel like he'll do a little better. We just need low 40s for this price. In 26 minutes, he got 22, so he's not really even reliable for a point per minute. I'll say be careful. Um, but Bryant, for sure. I love Bryant. Any big against the Nets, it's not a secret. You just got to play them. Um, he actually, provided. He shot 4 for 12. Is that like him? Let's see if he's like that, right? So 33%. He normally shoots 40, 50, 100, 80, 70, 60. So he had a bad night. He's not used to having bad nights. Percentages are normally higher. You're going to see his minutes here in the teens and get concerned when you see 23-16. But the fact that they ran him for 34 minutes is encouraging. If he gets 34 minutes against the Nets, I do like him in that situation. I don't see why he shouldn't make value. The Nets suck against centers. You know, I don't know why, because Allen seems to be a potent shot blocker. Just like Gobert. Well, I don't know. Gobert's trash. I'm not even gonna get into that. He don't even block shots anymore. He does nothing. But anyway, let's stick to this game. So that's it. I like Ish Smith for the value, and then I like Thomas Bryant because he's pretty much like the only center. Mo Wagner might come in for a couple minutes. What did he do? He got 14 minutes. So it's pretty much Thomas Bryant and Hachimura running shit. And I like Bryant against Brooklyn Nets. I think that's a good play. All right. I'll check into YouTube after each game, answer any questions, see what y'all talking about, keep it moving. Um, yeah, LeBron is trash. I know I don't play LeBron, right? I don't play certain play. I don't play Jokic. LeBron, if it's a 2 game slate and the value is right and I feel good, the good matchup, I think it's gonna stay close. I might play him, but I don't really be messing with LeBron like that. A little, put some respect on my Magic name. Yo, the Magic suck, bro. What respect you want me? Nah, they alright. They in the bubble. If you in the bubble, you got that's enough respect right there. You know what I mean? Vucevic should eat. I don't know. Let's check it out when we get to that game. This Wizards B squad on an already bad defense. Both team have lots of value. Both team could eat. That's how I feel. I feel like if you one of them like strategy players that like game stacking, this might be the game. A lot of these players people are gonna overlook because of the first game. But they both had a little tougher matchup. Now they both playing each other. They don't play any defense. They got Chioza starting at point guard. Eat up some Ish Smiths. Even some Napier. I'm just not playing Napier, but I think it's a good play if you forgiving. Who was shooting guard for the Wizards last game? Brown, Troy Brown, I believe. Right? Let me see. Oh, Robinson. Robinson got healthy run too. He definitely got some help. 31 minutes. Again, he shot 7 for 9. I don't know how consistent he could be with that. So we might have to be careful, not chase. Sometimes you could chase. Because Fournier went off. Yeah. Oh, that's why you want to know? I mean, Fournier caught heat. Fournier always could shoot. That's what he does. He could shoot. I'm not chasing that. Yo, B Legendary, what's good? Doug White, what up, man? It's always a pleasure to chop it up with you guys. See if we can win some money. The Lonely Banter Sports, welcome. Casey Banton, welcome back, my boys. Cashing easy tomorrow. That's how I feel. If I don't cash tomorrow, something wrong, man. Because I love the prices, I love the matchups, and I'm getting the hang of the bubble play. So Levert is a core player of mine. Yeah, I agree. You got to forgive him. I mean, it was a rough game. They struggled, and his usage is too high. His price went down a little bit. I think you got to get back on the Levert. So you can consider some Levert for sure. Let's go on Boston versus Portland. Boston's a team, unless somebody's like out, I don't really look at like that. Kemba Walker, they did say they're gonna baby him back into the rotation, so he might not get more than Let me see. He responded well during the team Saturday walkthrough, and will have his limits incrementally increased. So he's not even gonna get a full run, right? So you're gonna pay 7K for a guy that's gonna get you 25 minutes. Good luck. Marcus Smart, for 67, I like him for that price. Again, there's not a lot of upside for it. You might get mid 30s. You might say that's decent for 6K, but if you're not eligible to get 40s and I don't feel at least a little bit more than it's a 50-50, then I'll shy away. I don't love Marcus Smart tomorrow. Jaylen Brown was looking decent the other day. I'm not gonna lie, he was on fire at halftime, and then he kind of like faded. Especially and give these guys some credit. Milwaukee is a good team. They like to run, but there's a good team. He looked like he was in some foul trouble too, but he got 34 minutes. Again, it's just so many people on this team that can like look. What I do like though, and I think I made 3 lineups for tomorrow, and I definitely have Tatum in one of my lineups. Why do I like Tatum? Because outside of the bad shooting night, Tatum filled up on every category. He had rebounds. He had look, 2 steals and a block. That's great for DFS. Okay, got some assists. Just say he would have scored 20 more points. That would have been 43. And he's definitely liable of scoring 25 points any given game. He's probably the usage leader for his team. He shot 10%. When we look at his averages, 30, 50, 40, 60, 60, 60. So he's a better shooter than that. History against this team, he played 34 minutes. He already gave them 50 fantasy points. So this is the type of guy, again, you got to forgive them. You don't want to say, oh, he had a bad game against the best defense in the NBA. Now he's playing a Portland team who have no Ariza. They got Carmelo Anthony and shit on the wings. You got to attack that. You got to take advantage of that. I love me some Tatum, Jamal. I love me some Tatum, all right? Hayward, too. I like Hayward. Did he play the first game? 30 minutes, only 20 fantasy points. That's enough to discourage me, personally. I look at shit like that. I'm a game log watcher, guys. Like, if I see that. But again, Ariza was playing, right? And Ariza is not. So it's a different. The bubble is different. 7K, I think he look 55, 44. He got some 40s and 50s in him. Even the last game, he's probably one of their highest fantasy output. So Definitely gotta consider some Hayward. I'm not running him, but I don't think it's a bad play nonetheless. Dice went off, and centers don't normally go off against Milwaukee, so that's a good sign. I almost put him in my lineup, but then I felt like I was chasing. For 5K, we need 30, mid 30s to be preferred. And look, right before the break he did it. Right after the break he did it. He's getting minutes in the 30s. He's pulling down rebounds. Um, Nurkic could be a handful down there though. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't love it to play. I feel like I'd rather go with um, Jared Allen or Thomas Bryant for this price range, especially for a center. But if you want to be different and you want to ride a hot hand, 3 out of the last 4 games, 30 points, 6 times value. That's what we look for. And his floor is pretty safe. So if you got 5,100, you're looking at a utility spot, and you just want somebody that's just gonna not sink your lineup, and you feel like confident about the other 7 players, then look at some Daniel Dice. All right, Canta, Taco, and all these guys, please leave them alone. All right. And then same story as the last stream. Damian Lillard for 9,500 against a decent Boston. I'm gonna say use caution. All right. Um, for that price, I need about more than 50. I need mid 50s, and just to expect that from Damian Lillard is too much. He was the same price. He gave you 48. That's barely 5 times value. I don't think Damian Lillard should be your pay up tomorrow. His teammate maybe. I do like CJ. I did say that. I was big on CJ. Remember, I was like, yeah, talk like this. And talk like this came out and performed for us. He gave us some good numbers. So I don't see why he can't do it again. I think this guy is balling this year, man. He stepped his game up. Look, 50, 40, 40. So 3 out of the last 4, he did good. He got some 50s, 60s, some 70s when Dame Lillard was out. He was going off. I'm not paying that for him, but I don't blame you if you do. I like him. It's probably my favorite player on this team, to be honest. And then we look at these guys, Trent, Simons. None of these guys did anything. Melo had a good game. His price jumped against Boston. Is that really what you want? I would say no. Carmelo Anthony is past his prime. He's not playing the best basketball anymore. And I don't think you want to put your USD, yeah, U.S. currency on a Carmelo Anthony, all right? Nurkic, if you're into chasing, go ahead. I mean, 50 is good, but for that price, 50 is like 6.3 or some shit like that, right? And it was Memphis. He had a hell of a game. He had 6 blocks and 2 steals, though. That's an outlier, man. He's not gonna. If he does that, if he could do shit like that consistently, he'll be probably talking about defensive player of the year and all type of shit. It's just an outlier. He doesn't do that. So if we take away 12 from 50, we get to about 38. Now, granted, he might get 2 blocks, 1 steal, whatever, but just be careful, man. You don't want to get set up chasing. With that being, especially against Boston, I don't see him repeating an output like that. But if you into the chase life, go for it. Collins, I told people I'm not big on him, and he went off for 25 for that mid price. Um, he hasn't played Boston, but I could never say no. He's starting. He's gonna get 30 something minutes. All right. This game went into overtime, by the way. So in 37 minutes, he got to 25. I don't know if they're gonna be 37 minutes available for him. I'm not playing him, but he's min price and he's gonna get 30 minutes. So, and he's a big, so the rebound's gonna be there. You know what I mean? He fouled out. Hopefully he doesn't get into early foul trouble tomorrow. The rebounds are gonna be there. He's a big. He's getting 30 minutes. I mean, he's a good value play. He's not somebody that's gonna take you to the finish line, but he's a good value play. And then Whiteside, it's curtains for that. You know what I mean? It's over. It's quiet. Nurkic is back. They gave him 18 minutes in overtime. Is that really what you want? You know what I mean? I mean, go for it, but I think it's over for that. No Whiteside for me. I'm checking with you guys, see what y'all talking about. My good people, my crew. I'm happy that I ain't gonna say that. I like my crew. I like my dedicated people who come and chop up basketball with me. I don't charge for no lineups. I don't really care for money off of this service. It's a hobby of mine, and I appreciate you guys. You could have been doing anything in the world right now, but you're here talking NBA fantasy with me, and welcome. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. Let me see. Randy, what up? What up? Nikita, hola, como tu ta? Alright, lots of stud on this slate. Does a balanced lineup create an edge, or do you need at least one stud? Alright, I like that question. The reason I like that question is because I got 3 lineups. One lineup is stars and scrubs. Hit me up on Twitter. I'm always down to share my lineup with you. So I did this. I did every strategy tomorrow. I gotta cover all my bases. All right. So the stars and scrub. I got me some. I got to line up with. I'm afraid of Harden tomorrow, only because he going up against the best defense in the league, and even though the pace is his type of game, it's just as I'm watching these streams and I'm looking at these games, it's like the same theme that I left off before the break. It's reminding me of why I'm haven't won that much money yet. You don't attack certain teams. Okay, you don't attack the Clippers. You don't attack the Lakers. You don't attack the Bucks. It's just sometimes, yeah, players are gonna get lucky, but if you stay consistent with certain things, you're gonna win more than you're gonna lose. So I'm not going hard, but I do have a lineup with Giannis and Luka. All right, then some good values around them. Then I got a lineup with no pay-ups, with some nice, everybody liable to get you 40. I got one of those kind of lineups. And then I got a lineup with one pay-up with some balanced people. So it's one of those nights where if I was to pick one approach tomorrow, I would say one stud and then something nice and balanced around them. Get yourself some Giannis and some 5, 6K players who can get you into the 40s. That'll be my advice. All right. To answer your question. But I'm attacking every strategy tomorrow because I'm going for a takedown. Before, remember, I was a cash guy, right? I was just trying to cash and that's it. But right now, I'm going for a big takedown, and I feel it's coming. Who gonna guard Tatum? Melo? That's what I said. Love Tatum tomorrow. Don't think I'm paying for 10K plus players anymore. Yo, Rico, I don't blame you. That's like I made a name off of that strategy. That was my whole big claim to fame. You paying up. You pay 11K, 10K for a play. He give you 35. He give you Jokic numbers. You stuck. you hitting the deposit button like I've been doing. you don't attack the Magic. Yeah, all right. Let's go. Let's go. Memphis versus San Antonio. I do like this game. I'm not gonna lie. John Morant, if you had him the other day, you were frustrated at halftime. You were like, what is he out there doing? And at the end of the game, he had like 50, right? Well, he had like 40, 47. I'm like, how? That's what he does. And he does it every game almost. He just sucks in the first half. It's like he tried to, and I like that. He tried to distribute the ball, get his assist numbers up. And then second half, he goes hard, all right? I think he'll get back to that tomorrow. Even though the home team don't matter because they all in Orlando, the way that they do the sound effects and all that, I think it helps these guys. I think when they score and they get the yee and all that, the announcer pronounce their name with a little emphasis, and I think it helps them. I think it does something to them. So I'm I'm considering that home court advantage. I don't care, but nonetheless, I like John Morant too. I don't love him. Um, DeJounte Murray, his defense is alright. It's not the best, but I do like John Morant tomorrow. He's not somebody I'm just gonna plug in right away, but I think he's a good player. I think he'll get you. Listen, he's not gonna sink you. He's averaging 5 times that on the season. He's a guy that's gonna get you rebounds, assists. He'll get some defensive numbers here and there. Let's see, steal, 2 steals. Might get a block and a steal, whatever. So and I like assist leaders, man. Look, 11, 14. Assists is the money in DFS. I love a player who's gonna get me double-digit assists or who has the potential. Yeah, hey, look, he went 1 for 7 from downtown. He's really not good from downtown, but if he gets it going, look, 4 for 6 right here. Got a 60 bomb out of him against the Lakers, who play decent defense. So I don't know we too far away. I don't know if LeBron played or whatever that because Lakers was having some injury issues. But nonetheless, the fact that he got 41 minutes, 35 minutes, and you got to consider him. Why not? Let's throw him in there. Let's give it to Ish Smith. You got to consider some John Morant and his teammates. Brooks so inconsistent. What he got? 30 and 35 minutes, barely. Upside might not be there. He might get you low 20s. I would say chill. Be careful. Melton could be sneaky. Melton was winning me some money, but I'm not gonna pay 5K for him. I'll wait till he suck a couple games and his price go down, get him in the right spot. This Jackson right here, and the scrimmages, he was getting more minutes. He was looking a little better. Same thing could be said for Kyle Anderson. In the scrimmage, he was getting more minutes. He had me fooled, and then they showed their hands. And what they showed me was that B Clark is going to be the guy to get you 30-something minutes. Now, if you know me, and like I like to tell you, he shot 87%, okay? He's not doing that consistently. He did it here. He shot 85. So if he's shooting the 80s, he's going to get you in the 40s. What I do like about this guy, though, he's always good for a point per minute. All right, he got some 30-point upside. He just dropped 40 on them. The last game against the Lakers, bigs against the Lakers are normally tough. He dropped 30. If you drop 37 on the Lakers and you're a big, you're a lock city. And he's getting 30-something minutes now. You got to consider some Brandon Clark. That's a lot right there. I just love the play, personally. And then we could look at some J Val. I have to take a deep breath. Be careful with J Val, man. He's a guy. I think this game, at the end of the first quarter, he had like 20 fantasy points. And then he just disappeared. He was in foul trouble, right? 5 fouls, 14 minutes. I can't deal with that type of shit. If I'm paying 8K and you get 22, you go on a list called Never Again. I mean, if you get him on the right night, you good. San Antonio don't really have that much bigs that could put a body on him. So I can't just get emotional and talk out of my feelings. I got to be real. Portal is not matching up with him. So if you feel like 8K is worth it and you're ready to go for it. But the matchup is there. You know, bigs against San Antonio has been a thing this year. It's J Val, offensive explosion. He can get you rebounds. There's no reason not to like him. I'm being honest. All right. But who I do like for a little cheaper is Triple J. I slept on him the other day. Regret it. On the season, he's averaging 6 times his points, and that's what we look for. Coming out of the break, he just dropped a 40 bomb. If I get anything similar, we know that he's very inconsistent, though. We know that. We got to use some caution, okay? But with that being said, the man got 43 minutes, all right? Again, it's Portland. That's what I'm saying, man. We got to be looking at some Hayward and Tatum tomorrow. San Antonio might be a little bit more tough for him down there. What he did against San Antonio. Oh man, you got to play the guy. Look, 3 games, 30 minutes, 35 fantasy points. He's 5K. Even if he does bad, I'm not gonna say I regret it because that's what I look for. That's enough sample size for me to say go ahead. Boom. Play some Triple J. Alright? Need I say more? Too much said? Say less. Let's go. Let's go. D White, I will not chase that. I mean, what was his price before? I think it was like 57. So you got a $500 increase. People gonna see the 47, they're gonna get excited. But guess what, guys? DeJounte Murray only played 21 minutes. Why? Because he had 5 fouls. What I like here, though, is in that 21 minutes, double-digit points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. All right, if this guy stay out of foul trouble, he'll do all right. He's good for a point per minute against this team. They ruled out Bellinelli, so another scorer down. I think he's going to have a bounce back, man. I got him in 2 out of my 3 lineups. I'm giving him another shot tomorrow. I think he's going to have a bounce back. I think people are going to chase White. And I think Murray is going to come through in the clutch and do good for us. So I like Murray. I don't like White. I don't like his game like that. I mean, I think he got lucky because Murray was in foul trouble. Right? And then we got to look at some Walker. I know I disrespected him the other day. You know, he had a lot of trauma in his life and shit. He went 7 for 12. He had assists. He had rebounds. No Bellinelli. They're down even another player tomorrow. So for that bare minimum, I'm like, why not? He's in my double stud lineup. My lineup with Jonathan Doncic. I threw him in there. Cross my fingers, hope and pray that he does good type shit. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? But I definitely like him for that 3,500. I think it's a good look. Nothing bad to say about him there, all right? Look, Bellinelli already ruled out, so there's nobody else. It's pretty much Murray and White running the 1 and the 2. Who are they backups, right? Walker, and then nobody else on the wings. That brings me to Derozan. I definitely got some exposure to Derozan. He already put up 47 against his team. Good sample size. We gotta throw him in our little lineup right here. Who we gonna kick out for him? Well, he plays small forward. Damn. We might have to I don't want to get rid of Clark. Damn, who we gonna get rid of? I don't want to get rid of Triple J. I can't get rid of Morant because that's a guard. Somebody gotta go though. Let's make this the balanced lineup. Let's get rid of Tatum. 8K, kind of expensive. All these guys are gonna get, but I like Derozan right here. Give me some money to play with as I break it down. We get you some 40s. So everybody look, we can get 40 from Levert. We can get 40 from this guy. Clark could get 40. You see what he's doing? We know Allen could get 40. Bryant get minutes. He could get 40. Jock could get 40. Jackson. All these guys here could get 40 except for Johnson. So we might have to get rid of Johnson and plug somebody in there who could do better. Do better. Who better? You better. Been around like hella. Oh better. Um, what else we looking at? Oh, I like Rudy Gay. I like they ruled out Bellinelli. Um, Rudy Gay for 5K. He already got you in the 30s, 33. That's what we like to see. His uptime might not be there, but look, against Cleveland, he showed some 3 games. He's good for a point per minute. Is he gonna get 30 minutes? I doubt it because it's a Popovich system. But I think I got him in one of my 3 lineups. Popovich, I'm not gonna go crazy until you play more than 1 or 2 Spurs because it can get crazy. All right. And then people are gonna go back to Portal. He's 4K against Memphis. Big seems to struggle against Memphis. In 3 games, 13 minutes, less than a point per minute. I would say use caution, but if you're a chaser and you feel like you want to mix your Hennessy with something, jump on it. 27 though in 32 minutes, I'm not a big fan. He's 4K, the upside's not there. He's not gonna get you 40. We want guys in the lineup who's gonna get you all 40. So that's how I feel. Everybody was big on Zeller the last game. I think no, not everybody. I was. I said, hey, Pop didn't even play him. He didn't even play him. It's crazy. So maybe Zeller get a little run. Yo, Pop is weird, guys. He does the weirdest thing. Who knows? Oh, LeBron James want to start making buckets. I hope they lose. I'm like the biggest LeBron hater ever. Let me see what y'all talking about though. I got lucky with Warren today. He helped me cash. Congratulations, man. If you had TJ and B, you did well today. You made money. Proud of you. Happy that you won some money. I like White and Walker. I'll take Walker because he minimal price. But White, I don't know. Always play Gay. I got Gay. Not in 100%, but I got him. I got some exposure. Hit me up on Twitter. I might expose my lineup a little bit for y'all. Show y'all what I'm working with. If I like you. That's it. Orlando versus Sacramento. Let's check it out. Point guard. Marco Fultz is the highest priced point guard, more than DJ Augustine. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Does he even start? Who knows? Let's see what he did last game though. Against the Brooklyn Nets, he's trash, and most likely he'll be trash again. I mean, he had 6 assists. Look, he only took 9 shots. Again, the usage is not there. He's not even a high confidence guy. I have no reason to even consider him. I prefer DJ Augustine. I think he'll get more minutes and he's more liable to do something. In 24 minutes, he had half a fantasy point. You don't want that. You don't want. I was big on this MCW guy. I thought they were going to play him more minutes. He did nothing. 6 fouls in 22 minutes. Yeah, get him out of here. I don't like none of those guys. Fournier, if you feel froggy, you might could leap your way into him. But he at his price right now with the jump, he didn't even make 6 times value, and he was lights out. You know what I'm saying? He's the type of guy you'll get 30 fantasy points, 30 real life points, and 35 fantasy points from him because that's all he does is shoot, shoot. If he's hot, you're happy. If he's not, you're sad. Simple. T. Ross struggled. I bigged him up. I made a big case showing you how consistent he was and how he's more expensive than the starting two and blah, 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 blah. He came out and hit me with a 14 burger. Yeah, I ain't with that shit. I ain't playing no bench player. It's another thing. If I play a bench player, he got to be 3,500 or less in a good value. Like what's his name? Tyler Johnson. I'm not paying 5K for nobody coming off the pine. Just not doing it. It's a setup. Again, that's one of the original values, one of the pillars that I've taught from the beginning that helped me be successful, that I've been moved. I got to get back to the core values. I got to get back to the core. All right? That's not what you want. Those are not guys that you want to play. All right? Um, Aaron Gordon for 7,500. I would say no. Um, 26. So he looked like he's good for a point per minute. We need mid 40s. I don't think he's gonna get mid 40s minutes. So I would say no. Who knows? Isaac, I became a big fan of him. I like his. He's not a follower. I like his take on why he doesn't do this and that. I don't want to even get too into it because I promise I'll try. I'm trying, guys. But I like the kid. I think he's a good kid. I think he's gonna have a good future. He plays very good defense. When healthy, he could be defensive player of the year. He actually plays good defense. In just 16 minutes, he got you to 26. I know on FanDuel he was dirt cheap. I don't know on DraftKings. I'm not gonna pay 6K for this guy. Just not doing it. And it looks like they're still babysitting his minutes. So I'll refrain. But this game looks like it's gonna be a good one. LeBron going off on TV. Yeah, I would say no. No Isaac. The only other valuable guy here is Vucevic. Vucevic is Vucevic. He's gonna get you 40 to 50, maybe 60. He just dropped 37 against Brooklyn, but the game was a blowout. Don't let the score fool you. They were up by like 30 points at the end of the third quarter. So in 27 minutes, he got to 37. If he gets his full run in 36 minutes, he already dropped 54 against them. There's no reason for him not to be able to get back to 50. I just like too many cheaper centers, so I doubt that I have any Vucevic tomorrow. But guys, look at Vucevic. He dropped 54 on them. He's 8,700. It's a play that if you got 150 lineups, he should be in at least 40. That's how I feel. I just don't. I only had three lineups tomorrow, so I couldn't get to him. But I think Vucevic is a good play. You definitely want to consider some Vucevic. All right. Um, Sacramento, D Fox just went off. All right. I don't know him for being consistent like that. In 37 minutes, though, he did drop 60 on this Orlando team already. So maybe it's a thing. Look, he played 38 minutes and he took 33 shots. He took a shot per minute. He looked like James Harden out there. I don't know if he think he the new James Harden, but if he is, then you pick him. I don't know him for going off for 40 points consistently. For 8K, I would definitely use caution. I mean, how much is 40? Let me see, 75. He's so I would say take out Tyler Johnson, throw him in. You got a lineup right there. All right. Um, Again, you want to pick teams that's fighting too, right? Memphis, they showed grit out there the other day, so I don't mind three Memphis players because I know they're not gonna be either not tank out, but I know they're not gonna be on no coach trying to mess with his rotations or whatever. I know that they really legitimately trying to make it. So I would say yeah, consider some those teams that's in it. All right. A team like Washington and Brooklyn, these are not teams you want to go too crazy on paying up all crazy because they're not going anywhere. They know they're not winning anything this year. Who else is like that right here? Memphis they got grit in them, so I like them. Sacramento too. I don't really love them like that. I was big on her Buddy Hield. I wanted 30. He gave me how the hell you go 1 for 8 from downtown, 2 for 13 from the field. Now I like to say that you know my motto, right? He shot 15% from the floor. He's a better shooter than that. So you could add 10 more points to his game. Whatever. He come off the bench and he's 5K. I don't want him. Period. Bogdanovich, what he did 30. He did good. He did good. How the hell you got to 36 with 24 points? Or the two steals. Oh, he had a lot of threes. Okay, his three balls was going. So that's 3 points off of the threes. 6, 7, 8, 8 and 4, 12, 36. There you go, right there. Boom. So, I'm going to consider some Bogdano. Bazemore had a decent game. When I was building my lineup, I saw it at 32. I almost chased it. And it's not even chasing. If you want mid 20s from a guy for 4K, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 games in a row. He's done it. The games before that, I don't know, but maybe he's onto something. He's getting 20 something minutes and he's putting up decent numbers. He's filling up the stat sheet. I just don't have that much confidence in him. But if you one of those guys looking for something sneaky, he looks pretty sneaky to me. Harrison Barnes, Mr. 30, they call him. He didn't even get there. 36 minutes. He only took 5 shots. That type of shit discouraged me. He doesn't even get to the free throw line. I'm not a big fan. All right. Bazemore, we spoke about. B. Halixa, people were big on him that first game. He got 30 minutes, filled up the stat sheet, 2 steals and a block, got to 25. That's swag. For that 5K, I'd have been upset, but we know that what he can do whenever he gets it going. All right. Holmes, I was big on Holmes. Look, his price done. No, it didn't change too much. He went up a $600 hike for what? He fouled out in 24 minutes. Not doing it. I'm not making the same mistake twice. I know his upside is there, and I get it. But I'm good, man. You fouled out in 24 minutes. That means you cost me money. And the fact that he fouled out in 24 minutes and guys only got 4 minutes, so who's getting the minutes? Jabari played 14. Oh, crapshoot, guys. That's what we call a crapshoot. I don't want no parts of this game like that, to be honest. But you get the right ones, you get lucky. I don't want any. The game doesn't stand up. What Vegas saying about that game? Was it Sacramento, Orlando? Look, the lowest one on the slate. Look, the lowest one. They got Orlando to win. There you go, Mr. Orlando fan. They got y'all winning. Trash. Fultz ain't start. Yeah, Fultz is whack. JL on minutes restrictions. Too high price. Who's JL? Who's that? What are you talking about? I don't know who you talking about, Lonely guy. Mr. Lonely. I don't know who you talking about. But yeah, I don't want nobody on price on minute restriction. Then we get into the good games, right? Listen, if you make a late lineup tomorrow, my advice is throw it in the main. That's gonna be that late night shit that have everybody thinking they ahead, and then you hit them, boom. You make a late lineup, throw it in the main because there's some heavy hitters coming out. Let's check it out. James Harden costs 11-1. I'm not paying that. I don't even think it's wise to even consider playing that for James Harden. Okay. Um, Again, he's playing against the best defense in the NBA. They have played before, and he got what 51. That's not even 5 times value. That's 4 point change. Okay, it's a shame when you could score 50 fantasy points and still have an ice next to your name. It's not worth it for me. Westbrook I think did like 60 that game, right? 60.1 or something like that. 61, 62. So if you think he could do that again, go for it. I'd probably like him more if Bledsoe was playing because we know Bledsoe don't really play that good defense, but um, he's cheaper. They both got good usage, and he's 2K cheaper or 1K cheaper. Again, 10K for Westbrook, good. But other than that, I would say be careful. These guys are just way too long. Eric Gordon is out. Austin Rivers. Did he get game? I didn't even really pay attention to this game last time. He got 19 minutes. He got to 18. Austin Rivers got potential. He'll probably get some garbage time if they get blown out. I don't know. They played Macklemore, 13 minutes. Yeah, that's not a good sign. The game went into overtime and you only got 13 minutes. Rocco, what he did? Okay. Okay, he shot 1 for 9 from downtown. Oh, he had 4 blocks and 2 steals. Wow. What he did the last time? He wasn't on the team yet. Interesting. Um, Listen, the guy had 13 real life points and put up 44. He can be a little bit inconsistent. Look, 41 minutes against Minnesota, his old team. He put up 25. So it's hit or miss. You know, I wouldn't take that risk. But House did good, and I can see a lot of people going back to House. I'm not gonna say fade him. I'm just gonna say be careful. He's going to go up against the best defense in the NBA. But for 4,400, if you get back to 34, then why not? We know Eric Gordon is out, so the opportunity is definitely there. Just gotta come through. So consider some House, and that's it. If it's not Harden, House, or Westbrook, I'm not interested. Tucker and all these guys, I'm just not. Did Jeff Green get minutes? I don't know why they steady disrespecting Jeff Green. Oh, he got 9. That's not bad. 19 minutes is good. What about Tucker? What Tucker did? 40 minutes, 21, 4K. Yeah, he's gonna have a hard time trying to guard Brook Lopez though. I don't like that situation. Then we check out some Milwaukee. I love Giannis tomorrow. I think this is like Giannis. Oh, doesn't Giannis and Harden got some kind of like beef with each other? Yeah, right. Harden was saying, "Oh, if I was that big or whatever, I could drive and dunk too, or some shit." So Giannis is gonna come out tomorrow showing Harden, "Listen, I'm nice." So if you paying up, I would say Giannis is my favorite payout for tomorrow. Um, George Hill shit the bed, 3,900. He got 27 minutes. He barely did shit. I'm not interested. I'm not going back there. DeVincenzo. One day I'm gonna say his name right. I promise. DiVincenzo. Not interested. Not interested. Listen, again, like I said the other day, yeah, Lakers getting their ass bust. I like what I see. Like I said the other day, if you got a mega star on your team, most likely I don't want none of your teammates, I mean that. You know what I'm saying? But what I do know is whenever Bledsoe does not play, Middleton picks up the slack, and he normally does very well. In 33 minutes against a decent Boston defense, he got to 38. I could see him getting into the 40s. We know he got the upside. It's him and Giannis for the most part, but man, I would that 11K is okay. You putting 70 up for 11K is thank you. And guess what? In just 28 minutes, He already triple doubled on the ass. He did foul out though, and maybe so he's gonna play more. Oh my god, yo, I love Giannis tomorrow. It's my favorite pay up on the slate. It's just Giannis. I see all the signs. Played 20 something minutes. He got 70 fantasy points and he fouled out. So I could just imagine if he'd have played 35 minutes that game, he'd have probably hit him with a smooth 100. He'd have pulled away with a smooth 100 on them. So gotta consider that. And then Brook Lopez, you always gotta consider some Brook. Um, you know, for 5K we need 30. He got 30 last game. The first game they played, he got 28, which is just about 6 times. Not for me, but I see the vision. But Giannis, man, Giannis balling. Giannis MVP this year. And he's sipping on some privilege. Give me all that knowledge that y'all like. You know what I mean? That's what y'all talking about. J.I. Yeah. I ain't messing with no Jonathan Isaac. Luka should drop 50 plus tomorrow. 50 wouldn't make me happy though. You mean 50 real life points or fantasy points? Because 50 points won't really make me happy. You know, he costs like 10K. I need 60 plus. 50 is not. I wouldn't be happy. But again, some people feel like 50 is a 50. So if you're one of those guys, then yeah, go for it. Ayton could be sneaky. I like Ayton. I think I got Ayton in one of my lineups. Middleton versus Harden. Oh no Harden for me. I love Giannis tomorrow. Antetokounmpo. Phoenix point guard D Booker 8600. Dallas tends to key in on those guards. With that being said, he already dropped 47 averaging on this team. He's a high usage guy. He played 36 minutes, took 21 shots. He barely against Washington though. I mean, this game blew up, but he still played 36 minutes, and he was pretty popular on too. A lot of people were on him. I don't hate it. I don't hate the play. You know, Booker's one of the OG dogs. He's one of the first players to make my dogs them crew won me good money in the past. But I, again, if you play in the late, I still wouldn't pick him on a late lineup. I do like Rubio. He's an assist leader. I always look at the assist leaders. As a matter of fact, in 29 minutes, he already put up 32. For that price, we just need about 40. And I think he got it in him. You know, look like we could fit him in for this Johnson guy. So let's go ahead and pick on some Rubio. Look at that. I got a line right there. That's a valid line, man. Throw that in there, guy. Throw that in there. Bridges, I was big on him coming in. Played 33 minutes, only gave us 23. The coach said he wants him to be more aggressive and all this shit, but whatever. He's not, right? Savage, I think, had a decent game. Did he? Yeah, 30 for 5K. That's what we want. It won't sink you. He should do pretty well. Um, Baines. Did Baines play the other day? I don't think so. Did he? Not 33 minutes. No, he didn't play. He needs more practices. It doesn't sound like Baines gonna get one tomorrow. This Johnson kid got some healthy run, right? 24 minutes, he only got to 20. I was a big fan of him. I think one slate I played him and he did okay earlier in the year. But Ayton, man, you got to consider some Ayton. I do have a lineup with Ayton just to get away from too much Brooklyn, Washington exposure. But look, in 30 minutes, he dropped a 50 bomb on them. If we get a 50 bomb from him tomorrow, we'll be happy. He just dropped a 50 bomb, no effort against Washington. Dallas, Porzingis is a bigger, taller body to deal with down there. I don't see why he don't get 20 points, and I don't see why he don't get 15 rebounds tomorrow. I think Ayton is a solid player. I have nothing. If I was building two lineups, I don't know if how many of my lineups I got him in. Let me see. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I got Ayton in. I don't have no Ayton. I don't. I got Porzingis. Interesting. Why didn't I get any Ayton? I don't have Ayton in any of my lineups tomorrow. But I like him. I like the play. I like the play. I think it's a good play. 8,500. I might get to him. I just gotta see. I gotta see. I gotta sleep on it and wake up and see how I feel. Let's check out Dallas before I get off of the stream. Luka Doncic, 11K. Why not? He needed overtime to barely get into the 60s. For this price, we need upper 60s. I think I might drop Luca. Just 11K, I don't care. Look, he triple double with 30 points, all right, in 42 minutes, and he got 64. But for 11K, so I think I'm gonna take out Luca out of my Luca lineup and put in Aiton, start there, and then balance it out. See, yeah, my pay up of the slate is really I might leave. I don't know. When I get off, I'll check it out. But my pay up of the slate is definitely Giannis going up against Harden. They got a little beef. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm going to be home watching it, having a good time. All right. Um, Delon Wright, how many minutes they played him? 15 minutes. You don't want that. You're not going to waste too much time on a 15-minute guy. Seth Curry was hot in the scrimmages, right? Then look, he came out with 0 for 3 against Houston. Oh my goodness. So let that tell its own story. But he's hot. If he keeps getting hot and hitting all those threes and they leave him in, he could be a difference maker for you. Tim Hardaway Jr. had a good game. What did he do? What was the outlier? Overall decent. 24. He got to the line. He got to the line 7 times. I'm not a fan, man. He's just one of those players I don't like. I have nothing good to say. I'll say stay away from him. He's a trap. He's gonna set you up. DFS, I was big on him. I was like, yeah, play him. He did nothing. Sucks. He's a guy that normally fills in the stat sheets and do pretty well at it. So I don't know what happened. Who knows? Kleber, 34 minutes, 21 fantasy points. Is that really what you want? All right. In 2 games, 22 minutes, only 16 against this team. If it's not Porzingis or Luca, I would say fade it. All right. That being said, Porzingis had a monster game, 70 fantasy points, 38 minutes. Um, if he keeps, if he stays hot, he should pay off. I doubt that I play him tomorrow because he's 9K and he got some floors in the 20s and 30s. Um, Aiton, I don't know what kind of body Aiton is able to put on him. Just 9K seems a little bit much for Porzingis. I don't see Porzingis as a 9K play, so I'm just gonna avoid that whole situation. All right. Lakers getting their ass buzzed. I love it. I love to see that. But that's it. That's it for the slate, man. Let me hear your questions. Any questions, comments, suggestions, complaints, concerns? Let me get them so I can get out of here. Milton, you would need your value. You would need your value guys to super smash tomorrow to pay for Harden and Luca. Harden and Luca is not even the people who I think is worth trying to get into your lineup. To be honest, I would say look for more Giannis. Giannis, and then those guys. I think Giannis is the player to slate tomorrow, personally. That's just how I feel. Yo, Lowry, you the man, bro. You nice. Yeah, bust their ass. And that's it. That's it. That's it for me. All right. So that's a valid lineup. I could see 40, 40, 40, 35, 35, 40, 35, 35. So if you like it, plug it in. You might get lucky. Um, I'm gonna take a picture of it on my phone. See if I can do it. I might, because normally when I make a breakdown and I build lineup, that's how this whole thing started, right? I'm just used to hit consistently. So I might throw a couple dollars on this lineup right here. See if I can make it do what it do. But I'm getting out of here, guys. Good luck tomorrow. It's always a pleasure. And I'm signing out. Peace.